Hey everyone, welcome back to Telling Tall Tales the Right Way. I am still your host, Heather Asianbi, a journalist, lifelong storyteller, not lifelong storyteller, but lifelong lover of stories, books, TV shows, movies, doesn't matter if it's a good story, or even if you want to tell me a good story, I definitely want to hear it. So this is part 2 of our discussion of Interview with a Vampire, and I am bringing back to the stage Kathleen Harper, my good friend.
Hello
We've known
there.
each other forever.
Mhm.
And we like a lot of the same things. So here we are talking about the show, which I didn't know she was watching. She didn't know I was watching. And
No, that's the crazy part.
yeah,
How
it
did
was
we miss
awesome.
that?
I know,
As
it was great
unfinished
though.
talk.
Yeah, it was awesome. Okay, so where we left off is that Lestat has turned Claudia. Oh, let me find her. Hold on. Okay.
Where's Claudia?
Okay, so Lestat turned Claudia, she of the crown, because
Yes.
this is season 1 for that's
Right.
first actress. And it does not become the family that Louis wants them to be.
No.
Does not,
Conflict
they are not the
arises.
family. Lestat is actually jealous, I believe. He
Oh.
is jealous of the attention that Louis plays.
Certainly.
Yeah, that he pays her.
I think anybody he's met in his life, if he's not the center of the universe.
Oh yeah, he's a narcissist.
Then what's the
yeah.
Right.
100%. So anyway, so they clash. It doesn't go well. Claudia ends up leaving. She's like, I can't be here. Like, I'm out. And she leaves for 7 years.
Yeah.
In that 7 years, Louis and Lestat continue to live in their mansion on Royal Street, which if you've ever been to the Quarter, that's a real place. They continue to live there, but their place turns into like a hoarding hovel. Like there's piles of newspapers and garbage everywhere. It's disgusting.
So insane.
It's disgusting.
It's very oppositional to what we had known about them in the first place. They're
correct.
Both about show and about,
Yeah. Oh, one thing we didn't mention too is that when they do have people over who they do use as food, and if they happen to kill those people, they have an incinerator in their backyard.
Right.
So,
yeah, because
off you go.
Can't leave a trail of
no.
humans.
Oh, okay, but there's one thing I want to mention that has zero to do with the storyline.
Ooh, do tell.
Okay. As in True Blood. Did you watch True Blood when it was on?
I did not.
Okay. I highly recommend that you watch it just because it's a little banana pants. But True Blood, like in True Blood, the vampires only do blood. So they'll have blood soup. They do drink liquor. They'll drink alcohol. They don't really get drunk.
Yeah.
But it's basically just blood. That's the only thing. They don't do people food, really.
No.
There is a scene where they're in Dubai and Louis is making sure that Daniel gets like all his favorite foods because he wants to keep it happy and keep this conversation going. And then Louis actually joins Daniel one day and is eating also. And Daniel's like, what does that even taste like to you? And he's like, honestly, it's paste. It's like eating paste. It has no flavor at all.
Yeah.
Right? Because all they do is the blood is the only thing they need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I covered the same topic in season 1 of my show, but I'm just going to mention it briefly here.
What you got?
Why do they cry vampire? Why do they cry tears of blood?
Yeah.
But their saliva is not blood.
Right.
There's a lot of sex things happening.
Right.
Would that not also be blood?
You would think.
So that's where I get a little annoyed because I'm like, again, I don't know if that was in the books or if it was a choice for the showrunners to make, but like, it's okay if vampires just cry regular tears. I'm good with that. Like, you're already asking me to suspend my disbelief that vampires exist in this world anyway, and that they can do these things and exist in this way. I'm cool if if I have to suspend my disbelief a little bit more, that they cry regular tears. Yeah. Just saying. Okay.
No, it is odd. It is odd because
it is an incongruency
when they have a cold.
Right. Yeah, like it's an incongruency that I know should not hold me up as much as it does. Because when I was watching True Blood a couple years ago, I was crabbing about this to my friend Jessica. She was like, "Oh my God, get over it." And I was like, "I will someday, but clearly I am not.
Today's not that day.
It's not today, and it's clearly not now because of what's happening." At any rate, okay, so they do not become the family. Claudia leaves. She goes and does whatever she's going to do for like 7 years.
Right.
Comes back. Louis is this when they get into the fight?
Louis and Armand?
Yeah. No, not Armand. Louis and Lestat. They get into the big.
Oh, that's the way I meant Lestat. I said it Armand, but yes. Yeah.
It's because she's come back, right?
Right.
Okay, so she comes back. This starts like a full-on war between Lestat and Louis, and it gets very physical and very frightening.
It's
very
so ugly. So ugly.
It's so ugly. It ends with Lestat it's called the cloud gift. It's not really flying, but he can, like, I don't think he can go anywhere.
Right.
Levitates, right?
Yeah.
So he grabs Louis, goes like 2 miles up into the atmosphere, and drops him. Now, Louis is a vampire. He can't die from this.
Right.
But he is severely injured.
Yeah.
Like, severely injured. Lestat leaves because he's like, "Oh my God.
What did I do?" Yeah.
What did I do? He leaves. Claudia nurses Louis back to health. Now, we also have to remind everybody that now it's like roughly 1917-ish.
Sure.
No, that's not true. Because 1910, I think they turned Claudia in like 1912.
Right. So it's going to be the roaring 20s, maybe.
Yeah. So now it's like the 20s.
Yeah.
Well, So I think they lived this existence with Claudia through the 20s. Right. And then she leaves at the beginning of the 1930s.
Yeah.
Because then she comes back, and that's when the war, the Lestat-Louis war happens. And then Louis and Claudia leave to go to Europe. And World War II is mostly ended, but not quite. Now, the reason why they want to go to Europe, Louis doesn't really care if they go to Europe or not. But Claudia's like, "I want to find old world vampires. Like, we can't be the only ones in America." Like,
right. Yeah. They have a hard time finding. Yeah.
So they end up actually in Ukraine, I believe. They find a vampire who's probably like 400 or 500 years old, something like that.
Right.
And she doesn't want to be part of their little married group of vamps. She's not into that. And she throws herself on a fire and dies.
Yeah. But that was after, isn't she the one that yelled at them for killing the Reverend? The vampire that looked like a zombie, an actual zombie?
Yes, she did.
And then she came after that. And Claudia was all excited, like, another vampire, and she's a female.
Yeah. So they fall into this group of like rebels-ish sort of thing. And they know that there are things lurking in the woods, this group, which is, I didn't really find that this part was very like germane to the whole storyline, which is why I'm kind of skipping over it, because I'm like, I don't care. But it does show how they end up in Paris, which is where important stuff happens. So season 2 takes place almost exclusively in Paris.
Right.
With the new Claudia with the bows.
Yes.
The new Claudia with the bows. And then
bows.
I mean, it was a ridiculous thing. It was grotesquely funny, the show. But anyway, so they end up at the Théâtre des Vampires, which is a theater where vampires they're there, but they put on these shows, and they are
amazing.
They're amazing shows, but the reason why they do it is so that they can eat people and not like draw.
Your definition of amazing, Kathleen.
Wait, what?
People. No, I just realized I said they were amazing. And they were people, so it's like, define your definition of amazing, please.
But it was amazing.
It was. No, it was.
It was amazing. It was like, okay, so you watch those, you watch shows or a movie, and you laugh, but you're like, I shouldn't be laughing at that. Like that shouldn't be funny.
Right.
And that's really kind of what happens here, right? Like you're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. This should not be as cool as I think it is.
Yeah, and that's really kind of what the theater is it draws in the people who are traumatized from World War II and the toll that it's taken on Paris as the city, the people who survived German occupation, all of this stuff. And so now the vampires are there. And I don't get the sense other than, oh, wait. Here we have to introduce Armand. Okay, so Armand is so what we come to find out is that vampires in cities have covens.
Yes.
And when you're a new vampire, you should be part of a coven. Well, Louis doesn't know that. Claudia, they don't know that. So they come to Paris and they attract attention because they're like, wait a minute, we have vampires here. They didn't come and talk to us and pay us the proper homage or tithing or whatever is expected of them. And Louis like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I want to know that community is there, but I don't want to really be part of the community.
Exactly.
Now, Armand, so handsome.
Right.
Also, piece of crap. Anyway. Well, he is.
Yeah. No, he is.
Their whole relationship is based on a lie.
He's garbage. Yeah.
Their whole relationship is based on a lie. Now, when Louis and Daniel come back together in Dubai so that they can continue their conversations, we learn a bunch of crap about Armand.
Ooh,
but it's like it's stretched out. So what I liked about season 2 that season 1 did not have was this thread of foreboding going through it. Like it was definitely psychological because you're like, oh my god, like
the interrogation
tension.
Ooh, of Armand. Yeah. Ooh. And they just let it out in little drips and drabs, and oh my goodness.
Oh, it was so good though. Okay,
perfect. Like you want more.
Yes, 100%. So the theater troupe, they don't like the fact that Armand and Louis are companions. So that's what. So when you are a vampire and you have a longtime partner, they call them companions.
Yes.
They don't like the fact that Louis and Armand are companions, and Louis will not join the coven.
Right.
Doesn't like it. Claudia, however, is like, oh my god, I finally found a community of vampires that I can be part of, and I can have that family that Louis and Lestat and I could not be. Right. She jumped in like,
she's found her tribe. Yeah.
Do it. Right.
And she had to like drink the blood of everybody to be like initiated maybe into the
It did strike me as very like American gang-like.
Right. Just like all putting their wrists at her. It was like, whoa.
Yeah. So she had to go around and bite everybody's wrist and drink out of her butt.
Right.
But once she does that, she gets like a show, like a skit of her own. And it is also highly inappropriate. But did I laugh? I did.
Oh, over and over.
Yeah. But Louis narrating to us. Well, he's narrating to Daniel, but to us, that, Claudia is thrilled to be part of this family. She's so happy. Yeah. And he's so happy for her, although they continue living together outside of the theater.
Right. Which did not go well with
did not go well because when you're part of a coven, you eat together, you sleep together, you live together, you do all the things together. And fine. But Claudia's like, I don't want to abandon Louis. Everybody says they understand, except Santiago, which is not his real name. It is Francis.
Right.
Which killed Francis. And he's a British vampire who wants control of the coven. He wants control of the coven.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're led to believe that Armand is fully aware that Santiago wants control of the coven, but he's above all that.
Right.
He's above all that because he loves Louis. He loves Claudia.
Yeah.
you know, they're
completely different relationship than Claudia and Lestat.
Yeah, 100%. Armand respects her, but at the same time, he's like, I'm still your boss, and if I tell you to do something, you need to do it, and you need to do it quickly, right? Like, we're not doing that. You guys know there's a bag on my floor that everybody can see. My granddaughter was in here, was dragging the bag, and I was like, leave the bag, and she's like, fine. And then I didn't retrieve it. Anyway, but Armand is a duplicitous, slimy little snake. And okay, I know of at least 3 ways in which he was duplicitous. What do you think?
Oh God, he was duplicitous to everybody. I mean, the history with Lestat that was not revealed. That's, I mean, that the control he had over the coven that he didn't unleash, he didn't utilize, to where it was like, does he have control over that? It made you question who really was in control. And that was weird to me. That threw me sometimes.
Yep. Okay. So we do also need to mention that Lestat was the founding member of Théâtre de Vampire.
Yeah.
He founded it with Armand, and when Armand was the head, so Armand was the head of the coven for 200 years.
Right.
So by the time he meets Louis, it's been 200 years, right? Mm-hmm. But when he meets Lestat 150 years beforehand, so right around like 1800-ish.
Yeah.
The coven lives like underground. They're foragers. They're wearing rags. They're definitely not polished, like trying to be upstanding members of society who just happen to eat people once in a while, right? Like that's not what they're doing. They're underground, foraging, all that sort of thing. And Lestat basically shows them a different way to go. And during the conversations with Daniel in modern day, Armand says, I had been wanting us to go in this direction, but they wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
They didn't think that I was being upfront with them. They didn't think that was possible, and Lestat showed them that it was. And so we were able to transition. Now, some people didn't make it. They couldn't handle the pressure, and when a vampire kills themselves, they call it throwing themselves on the fire, which can be literal, where they actually throw themselves on a fire, or it could be figurative, where they go out in the sun and burn up.
Right.
So anyway, Claudia gets her own show. She's bored after like 500 episodes of it. She's bored and she wants something else.
Well, I mean, that dress and the pigtails and
because she by now, like, so when she was rescued, let's just say it was like 1914 when she was rescued. So she was 14 years old.
Sure.
Now it's what, 19? Well, they're saying that Armand and Louis are saying they were together for 77 years. So hold on.
Right. So 2004 minus 77.
191. So 9, 4, 7. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. What am I doing? Hold on. I'm just going to do it like this. Sorry. I'm going to use a calculator. 2024 minus 77 is 1947.
Okay.
So they've been
50s, but okay, 47, sure.
Like for real companions in 1947. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what was I going to say? Oh.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. You know what you were going to say.
I actually don't, so please continue.
We were just saying about Lestat being the leader prior to Armand.
Yes.
And I think
So when Louis and Claudia first go to the theater and they see Lestat's portrait, they're like, oh, shit.
Right.
Oh, because what we failed to mention
is what?
Louis and Claudia tried to kill Lestat.
Oh, that's big. That's big. Yeah, we need to unpack that, don't we?
They tried to kill Lestat at the end of season 1.
Yes.
They tried to kill him, which is what sent them to Europe. Sorry.
And they think that they were successful.
They knew they weren't successful.
Well, no. Did Claudia
because they had this party.
Louis knew, but did Claudia know?
Yes, because he wouldn't burn him, and she was pissed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
yeah, he wouldn't put him in the incinerator.
So Lestat was conspiring with this human
incinerator.
woman that he turned into a vampire that we didn't know he turned into a vampire until like the last minute.
Right.
To spy on Louis and Claudia because he knew that they were up to shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans being they wanted to murder him.
Yeah.
But then they use humans to poison the vampires.
Right.
They burn. Her name was Antoinette. They burn Antoinette in the incinerator so that she is dead for real. But Louis cannot bring himself.
That's right. To
burn Lestat.
Yeah.
Instead, he puts him in a trunk, like an actual traveling trunk.
Right.
Right. Puts him in a trunk out on the street to be collected with the garbage, so that he is then sent to the dump.
They're gonna,
where he is going to take years and years to recuperate because the poison has infiltrated his entire system.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why they fled to Europe. That's kind of a big deal because vampires, again, they can communicate telepathically. They can read your thoughts. They can read other vampires' thoughts. Yep. So when Louis
distance doesn't seem to be a factor in that either.
No, it doesn't. It's not. They can do it around the world. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So when Louis and Claudia see his portraits, they're like, don't think.
Right.
So anyway,
not only can they not react physically, they can't react mentally.
Yeah, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
So it comes out that Santiago and his merry band of misfits with the theater break into Claudia and Louis' place. They steal some of Claudia's diaries, or they steal them all, rather. Wow. And they put on this elaborate show. Now, Armand has been telepathically communicating with Lestat the whole time.
Right.
He has known the truth the whole time.
Yeah.
He brings, Lestat comes to Paris, and they have this clown court, really is what it turns out to be. But the audience who attends thinks it's just another show.
Right. And they thought it even before they did this. Even though Santiago at the beginning of each show says what you're about to see is real.
Right. He's like,
oh, this is so good.
Yeah, is real. It's so good. So they have this court thing where members of the troupe act as like the jury. Santiago's kind of the prosecutor and the judge. Mm-hmm. They have kidnapped Claudia, her new companion, who is such a minor note. We don't need to talk about her.
The dress make woman.
Yeah, whatever. And Louis, they're at dinner with Armand, the four of them. Armand says, I'm going to go over here and smoke a cigarette. He's standing at the door when all of the people around them freeze, which is another thing vampires do.
Oh, yeah. Love that.
They can freeze, so everybody's like a catalog.
Yeah. Can you imagine the actors like you had to hire?
No, it's crazy. And then Santiago and his troupe come in. They kidnap Louis, Claudia, and her companion. And then they have this clown court, which, of course, they never get to defend themselves. Oh, and they had their Achilles tendons cut. So they couldn't.
Every time they stood up.
Every time they stood up, they'd kind of like stop. But at any rate, they are, of course, found guilty of violating all these vampire laws.
All the laws, yeah.
Including turning a child, which Louis, which is how we find out during the flashbacks that Lestat told him, this is one of the laws. We cannot turn a child into a vampire. We cannot do it. And he's like, but you have to, which is what started the rift, because Lestat was like, if the vampire world finds out about this, we are cooked.
Yeah, church is up. Yeah.
Right? So anyway, Claudia and the companion are found guilty of conspiring to kill another vampire and a bunch of other stupid things that don't really matter. And there's a hole at the top of the theater because it takes place in the daytime. So they open it up and the sunlight comes down and Claudia and her companion are turned to dust.
It's so...
But before it happens,
they don't even do it quickly. They do it
this is not real. This is just special effects, basically.
Right.
Now, Lestat is having a really, really hard time because he's like, I don't want Louis to die. Yeah. So he infiltrates the minds of all the people in the audience. And when Santiago's like, what should his punishment be? They're like, banishment. Banishment means putting you basically in a morgue locker.
Right.
And weighed down by rocks so you can't get out forever. And you starve to death.
Right.
Now, what we come to find out is Armand, through this whole time, so from 1947 to 2004, has been telling Louis, I got the audience to banish you so that eventually I could rescue you, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because it was Lestat who did it. But also come to find out, Armand was in on it the whole
from the beginning.
time. So for
hence the text
years,
I believe that I received that said, Armand wanted Louis dead. What?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what is happening? That was crazy to me. And there's still no explanation for why he wanted Louis dead.
Yeah, no.
There really isn't. We still don't really know, even by the end of the season.
Right.
But what that leads to is a giant confrontation in present day between Louis and Armand. Mm-hmm. Louis says to him, I'm leaving. When I get back, you best be gone. And do not touch a hair on Daniel Malloy's head. Which, of course, Armand is like, really? I'll do whatever I want. And turns our friend Daniel into a vampire at age 70. I'm sorry, what now?
Right.
But, so now Daniel's going to
we need some crotchety old vampire.
Right, exactly. But then Daniel ends up turning all his interview notes into a book called, shockingly enough, Interview with a Vampire. And now he's a vampire, but we don't know what happened to Armand, right? No. So Armand is like in the wind, and they can't find him.
Right.
But all the vampires around the world who have read Interview with a Vampire, and they know it's all true, they want Louis' head on a platter.
Yeah, in the worst way.
In the worst way. Because you can hear the chatter in Louis' head, like, with different accents.
Broke the laws and you're a sinner and
yeah, all the things.
Can you imagine? Incessantly.
Yes, it's incessant. He has to. It must be an incredible act of will to turn it off.
Yeah.
Just be like, turn it off.
Right. At what point? Yeah.
But what I found incredibly interesting about that is I think Louis has a death wish, because at the end of season 2, the season finale, he basically sits in his apartment in Dubai and he's like, this is where I live. Here's my address.
Right.
Come on.
Come at me. Yeah.
You want some? Let's go.
Right. Well, what? I mean, the very last line, I own the night.
Yeah, I own the night. Yeah, I'm like,
I want that to be an album. I want that to be a movie. I want that to be.
I want to wear it on t-shirt
for exactly. Yeah. When I buy a Pepsi, I don't need or a Coke. I better not have somebody's name on it. It better say I own the night. Come on now. Come on.
100%, I'm with that.
Yeah.
So all in all, I feel like Interview with a Vampire checked all the boxes for the elements of every great story. My only pet peeve, again, is the tears. It's really about that's my only.
And you know what? if you got to pick something, it could be worse.
I don't like even picking something. It's just the thing that why are they crying blood, but their saliva is clear?
Right. No. Yeah. They should have blood. Well, and then is that where you get the classic every Halloween costume? What do we do when you're a vampire? You put that little trickle of blood.
Yeah.
Now that's probably from a kill, I guess, and not from your natural.
I would imagine if
whatever
hang, right?
But yeah.
But
yeah, no, it's odd. I mean, and it serves a purpose, but it's incongruent.
I know it's stupid,
it's
but
incongruent.
I can't let it go. I just can't let it go.
Let it go.
I know. All right, so this was
blood never got me.
This is the end of our discussion about Interview with a Vampire. We will revisit next season if season 3 happens. I heard it's not happening until 2026. So
what will we do?
What will we do? So anyway, thank you for joining us. Kathleen, Kate, I don't call her Kathleen.
No, yeah.
Just Kate. Although
Kate.
back to our house music days in Chicago, she was Kathleen Mary Elizabeth Peel.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
Do you still know our colors?
Yes, they're purple, green, and black.
Love you. Love you.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Kate, thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Too much fun.